I went to the corner, my friends, they weren't there. They said, hey man, you want your share? I turned around and walked away. I didn't want to live nowhere. Street corners with the finest of views.
Hey there, Douglas Scott McCarron. This is again a personal and yet also related to making movies. It's about how to comfort myself and at the same time not knowing what it is. It's personal, but it's also a lot of my storytelling is me trying to talk to myself and comfort myself and explain what's going on, and then I write it out in story format, and the characters play parts in my inner story. So that was kind of a revelation for me to find that out, that I was doing that. Also makes you wonder a lot of the movies you see and the TV shows you watch, how much is that just the writers and the actors doing that? And us watching it, we identify with the actors, and even though everybody's sitting there making believe there's somebody other than who they are and it's all made up, we all act like it's real because, again, back to the cocoon, we all have this human experience, and when we see stuff going on the television that we identify with, our cocoon gets excited, and then there we are, believing it's all true and acting like it's real, even though none of it is real, as far as the actors being the characters and all. I mean, it is all pretty real, though. But I'm just saying that, a lot of the times, sometimes the writers, I think, actually know that they're trying to ensnare people's attention and get them caught up in their cocoon so they can make a living off it. Other times, I don't know if they do. But as far as me comforting myself, it's been a long thing because I've always had this, I don't know if it's exclusively male because I guess women shut themselves down too, but this, don't express my pain, don't express my sorrow, don't cry, don't be angry even though I'm burning inside. And all that really led me to is a lot of internal self-abuse, and there are people who drink themselves to death and ruin their kidneys and commit suicide and on, and that goes on all over the place. I just seem to be one of the fortunate few who managed to find his way out of it. I don't know if it's few, but there's a lot of that going on, and I know that I'm not anymore, so I just think it's important. Comforting myself, a lot of it really was therapy and talking to people, being honest. It's threatening at first, Part of the way this inner cocoon works is there's this feeling of embarrassment that if you share it with somebody else, you're going to look less than or a weenie or not rock hard or whatever. But I think that's actually the cocoon purposely trying to keep you stuck to it. I think it actually has a real intention. It actually is trying to hold on to us. Because it just happens over and over. And then, we'll feel these feelings of shame and embarrassment, and we don't want to share it with us. But by sharing it, that actually gets it out of you and breaks its hold on you, in my experience. Comforting, I used to do through a lot of food, which is why I'm overweight. Now comfort for me is getting to bed by 9:30, and so I like to put lukewarm water in the tub and soak in it and listen to music. That's kind of comforting. But the real comforting is working on getting the traumatization in me handled. We've all got some traumatization in us. I had a lot of emotional traumatization because my parents had a lot of emotional traumatization, and my dad came out of a war and came home, and he had a hard edge to him, and he tried to be kind, but he had an edge to it. My mom was tried to commit suicide when she was a teenager, and she still carried that darkness around, and that's the family I got brought up in, and I would try to protect myself from whatever they were doing, and so I hid and suppressed everything because I didn't want to get found out by them, and then they would comment on me, and I'd feel embarrassed and upset. And I could blame my parents, that'd be the first obvious thing, but realizing that my parents had the same thing happen to them, and then their parents had the same thing happen to them, and on and on and on to the generations, realizing that there's this thing that's tormenting each and every one of us, this feeling, this energy, this cocoon that works in us. To me, all there really is to do is to work on getting loose of that. I mean, getting all the money in the world, you'll still be stuck by it. Having a car, fast car, having chicks adore you or guys adore you, well, you're kind of caught up in this judging yourself and saying, are you okay? And are you better than others? And, do that all your life, but it's really kind of a young kid sort of thing going on all through one's life. And I've just found that by letting go of, there's just something completely different, something very beautiful and wonderful and complete living inside once you can let go of all that. So, comfort is not having an addiction that makes you think you feel good for a couple of minutes and then you're back at it. You can sit there and snort and shoot and smoke and drink and all that sorts of stuff and think you're getting better or taking care of it, but you're just abusing your body, and it's still sitting there. Even in the act of doing it, you can hear it working on you, that energy and feeling. To me, the only thing you can do to really comfort yourself is to get all of that settled and let the inner, real deep you awaken. And that's about it. Otherwise, you just kind of keep doing the same thing over and over and finding new comforting things that don't really let you get loose. So stand for your liberation. Okay, thank you. Bye now.